The primary market is all set to be back in action with 13 new initial public offerings to open for subscription in the coming week. 1 initial public offerings in the mainboard segment and 12 public issues in the small and medium enterprise segment is scheduled for the upcoming week, last week. Commencing March 8, 2 mainboard IPO Popular Vehicles and Services and Crystal Integrated Services. Today's next news is 197 Communications, the parent company of fintech unicorn Paytm, has in an exchange filing on March 24 announced that Praveen Sharma, Senior Vice President, Business, formally resigned on Saturday. Sharma is pursuing other opportunities in the next phase of his professional journey. Before his tenure at Paytm, Sharma held leadership roles at Google for 9 years. Today's next news is SBI allows savings account holders to maintain an average monthly balance of up to 1 lakh rupees a maximum of 3 free of cost transactions of the financial or non-financial nature every month at the ATMs of other banks in 6 metros, and 5 such transactions at ATMs located in other parts of the country, according to the SBI portal. Today's next news is the market rebounded to close higher in the week ended March 22 on the back of a smart recovery in the second half amid a dovish Fed policy and strong buying by domestic institutions. The recovery in Indian markets dared a selling spree of foreign institutional investors. The market was cautious in the first half of the week ahead of the Federal Open Market Committee meet outcome. Today's next news is more than 2 years after climate negotiators first attempted to consign coal to history, the dirtiest fossil fuel is having a moment, thanks to a combination of China's energy insecurity, pushing Beijing back to trusted power sources, plus rising Indian demand, the continued fallout from the war in Ukraine, and faltering international programs to wean developing economies off fossil fuels. Today's next news is Bharti Hexacom, a subsidiary of telecom operator Bharti Airtel, is set to go public on April 3. It will be the first initial public offering in the new financial year 2024-25. The price band will be announced next week. The public issue will close on April 5, while the anchor book will open for a day on April 2. The Bharti Hexacom IPO comprises only an offer for sale with no fresh issue. Today's next news is Big Tech is facing its biggest challenge in decades as antitrust regulators on both sides of the Atlantic crackdown on alleged anti-competitive practices that could result in breakup orders to Apple and Alphabet's Google, a first for the industry, that in turn could inspire watchdogs around the world to pile on, as evidenced in the growing number of antitrust probes in various countries. Today's next news is the World Bank will publish more of its proprietary data, including on debt defaults, starting next week as part of a push to attract more private sector investment to developing countries. World Bank President Ajay Banga said. Banga, speaking at the China Development Forum early Sunday, China time, said the World Bank Group had mobilized $41 billion of private capital for emerging markets. Today's next news is an ex-user who was part of Elon Musk's brain chip startup Neuralink's human trials has said that he posted on the social media site by thinking, Twitter banned me because they thought I was a bot. X and Elon Musk reinstated me because I am, wrote 29-year-old Nolan Arba, responding to Arba. Musk confirmed, first ever post made just by thinking, using the Neuralink telepathy device. Quote, today's next news is the government has allowed Abu Dhabi National Oil Company to export crude oil it has stored in underground strategic storages at Mangalore to give operational flexibility to the foreign firm. An order of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry said on Saturday. At present, crude oil, which is the raw material for producing fuels like petrol and diesel, is not allowed to be exported.